Hi, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Bonus Game Podcast. Not only are we joined by myself and Sky, our usuals, but we've got some special guests. So first, why don't you introduce yourself, Alex Analog,
Hello, I am Alex. Hi.
and Mitchell. What you got, man? Introduce yourself.
Ayo, I like water.
I also like water.
Dude,
It's
sponsored by water.
if we're gonna land that water sponsor like ASAP, Rocky.
Please.
Please.
Kroger purified drinking water. If you sponsor me,
Kroger?
I will suck your collective dick.
Smart
Drop a
water,
brand.
boy.
Kroger? Wait,
Poland Spring.
dude, Ball is right. I'm hyped.
So anyway, we did an organic episode. You'll notice it goes from episode 1 to episode 3. In episode 2, we did kind of a fun organic thing, and one of the guests totally fucked it up. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. We're gonna get a little bit of Alex and Mitchell's opinions on certain things. I think that you know a lot of me and Sky's. But again, no reason not to reiterate or anything. But one thing, because we have Alex here, myself and Sky, who I mean, I'd hate to brag, but I'd like to say that me and Alex, it's fair to say that we're pretty good at Overwatch, yeah.
Sure.
Boo.
I mean,
Alex is terrible. He's like level 20
Dude,
or
I'm
something.
Garbo, hello.
I mean, at minimum we're platinum, which is fine.
Actually,
Hi, how are you? I'm bronze.
I don't have
So-
the game.
So that's cool. So another cool thing about this is going to be Mitchell's going to be able, when we talk about Overwatch, to potentially be an outside source and maybe ask questions about the game. Or again, the entire episode may not be about Overwatch, but the meta has just changed a lot, and I do think I'd like to discuss that some. And if you're watching it live right now, feel free to ask questions. We will respond to them as soon as we can. But I think I like to get right into it, doing the organic thing. So we'll start with Alex. Alex, outside of Overwatch, what would you say your top 2 favorite games are, and if possible, why?
favorite games? Definitely. Okay, so the two top games are definitely Super Mario World for the SNES and Pokemon Platinum for the DS.
Any
Definitely,
particular,
those are my top two.
any particular reason why?
I grew up a lot with the SNES, 64, and all those consoles. So I think like Super Mario World is like the best one that stuck out for me, and also I love Yoshi, and that's when he first was introduced.
All right, cool. Mitchell, top 2 favorite games, and if possible, why?
Sly Cooper 2 for PlayStation 2 and
Sorry, what was it?
Sly Cooper 2
Oh,
or
okay.
Sly 2 Band of Thieves for PlayStation 2 and Bayonetta 2 for Wii U. Sly Cooper 2 is just it's amazing. I love doing heists and they're really the dynamic between the characters is great. The levels are also really good. Although I don't get why some animals are civilized and some aren't. And then Bayonetta 2, Blood, I get to beat the shit out of things. I really like doing that.
Dude, same.
I enjoyed Bayonetta too. I didn't play a whole lot of it. I mean, well, I played like half of it.
Wow.
Holy
I gotta go
fucks.
back and play
How
it
could you?
again though, because I really liked it. I didn't like the first one for some reason though.
Gay.
I played the newest one. I was really into it. I might go back on if they're on PlayStation now, or even if not, uh, maybe. So a lot of people are saying that they're not able to join the YouTube stream. So on the Game Grumps Discord, I am allowing questions there. I don't know that we'll get any. Even if we don't get any questions at all, I mean, it's a podcast. You don't often get live questions during a podcast.
Unless you do.
Well, sometimes you do.
Unless you're
So,
sexy.
yeah, true. So, now that we've moved past that, where's a good starting point before, like, I don't want to jump straight into Overwatch. So maybe we can get like a quick, like, 2 minute to 3 minute discussion from Alex and Mitchell on the Nintendo Switch.
Dude, like, what is it? Like 2 weeks out? I'm hype.
I
Not even. It's almost a week now.
From Alex and Mitchell.
No.
All right, so I don't know a lot about the Switch because I haven't been following it recently. So I have really not much to say about it.
Well, that's fair. Mitchell, you got anything on it?
Unlike Alex, I follow the Switch a lot. Uh, can't wait to play the Mario game. Really excited to jump off buildings. Exclusively do that. See if I can jump on people's heads.
Odyssey looks absolutely incredible. The game lineup looks good. So,
Are you in the launch boat?
of Odyssey or
No, of
the
the Switch.
pre-order?
Like, are you gonna get it at launch or no?
Are you asking all three of us?
Yes. Whoever wants to answer.
Yeah, I paid for mine already.
Mitchell?
I said yes.
Okay, I didn't hear you. And Alex is dead to me.
I have not. What? Wait.
Sorry, this podcast is for Nintendo nerds only.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
way.
I'm a Nintendo nerd, but I mean, I don't know.
1v1 me Pokemon later.
I
So
did.
So we can move past this, and we can finally get into Overwatch a little bit. Unfortunately, Mitchell does not own Overwatch, but if something is confusing to you or you have a question, myself, Sky, or Alex, it's possible to break down exactly what your question is. So I'll ask Alex and Sky first, and then perhaps give my opinion. As far as the meta right now, and I'm not necessarily talking 6 versus 6 or any of that, who would you say the top 5 best heroes are?
I don't know.
So the meta right now is kind of shifting in a weird area where, so there's always gonna be the core Reinhardt, like double support, definitely like DPS, but I really feel like Bastion's gonna come out a lot more.
Yeah,
Definitely this next season, because of the new buffs, which basically puts him on the same, if not higher, level field as Soldier.
but he's
Because
not allowed to get headshots anymore.
that, but his recon mode is like tremendously like so much more powerful than it was before. And the fact that in his like ultimate or in his shift ability, he takes like barely any damage. So he's basically an off tank, but not really, sort of like what Mei is.
And I believe he can heal while moving now if he
Mhm.
wasn't able to do that before.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
that's pretty good.
Having defense heroes be off tanks, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
It depends on the hero though. So like, goddamn it, move Symmetra to defense already.
Please.
But she doesn't have to be an off tank though, because of her abilities kind of make
She
up
should-
for that.
She should just be a long range beam sniper.
She is.
Have
I
you
mean-
guys seen the videos where people have like 300, 400 hours as attack Symmetra?
Oh, I've experienced people like that. In my
Symmetra's so
games.
good though.
Experience.
I know like 3 different Symmetra mains.
I
Or
do in
Julian's one
quick
of them.
play. I play a lot of Symmetra in quick play.
She's insane. So we'll ask Sky, as far as just your opinion, and then where the meta's at right now, where are your top 5 heroes?
Well, I love. This is why I play with Alex constantly. Is the man is a godly Ana, and having a godly Ana is great.
Uh-huh.
Well, Anna's straight up top 5 for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Ana, I feel like maybe not high tier, top 5, whatever, but Reinhardt's so perfectly, like, he's really well designed that he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anything removed, and he doesn't need anything given to him. He's like perfect and essential, which is good. He's essential to almost every team comp.
Yeah, he's one of the players that may not need a change at all.
It's just he's in almost every good team comp except for every once in a while Winston is okay instead or something like that.
When is every character going to become gay?
I mean,
they're all
I don't know.
gay now. Actually, the Kaplan just announced it. They're all gay.
Yeah.
Good.
So for me, mine will be a bit more opinion based. Without a doubt, Ana is probably the best hero. Her utilities just make her. If you know how to use her, she's unstoppable.
But she's a healer.
Yeah.
Doesn't she
She's-
not do a lot of damage?
You'd think that, but they gave her every tool possible to where. So, for instance, she has a grenade that prevents healing and also does damage.
I like that.
Not only that, but she's able to heal her teammates, and then the way that they gave her scope, it's not hard. It's not like Call of Duty hard to no scope. You just shoot your teammates and they're just healed. Also, she's got a fucking sleep dart.
Mm-hmm.
I like sleep darts.
This is a little bit more personal for me. I would agree with Reinhardt, but Roadhog, when played correctly, is a fucking machine. When you get a good Roadhog, I mean, it's hard to stop without good team effort. And if he's got a team, well, if you've got any team around any team, it's going to be hard to stop. But I'll end this and I'll say Alex. I think in the new meta, Bastion will probably be top 1.
Can I butt in a little bit?
Of course.
Okay,
No.
so the thing about Roadhog right now is he's being shifted in a weird, like, sort of like area of his own. Because at first they nerfed his hook to the point where it was a little awkward to even like get normal hooks. But in my opinion, it was needed. But this recent buff that didn't come to the live service but was in the PTR was that when he hooks a character, before they were 2 feet away from him or 2 meters, but now they're 3.5. So it's slightly harder to one-shot them with just a single hook. But that's different. And so in the ranked games, I can see it being like that Roadhog's gonna be less show up in like ranked games and like competitive. But in like a pro meta, definitely he's still gonna be there.
Well, the issue, my thing with Roadhog is that I thought he wasn't that bad before they kept patching him, and now I think they broke him.
Who's the worst character in Overwatch right now?
Sombra.
Oh, alright then.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Widowmaker.
So, Are you
No.
saying
I can't
I would say
stand
so.
Widowmaker.
I would say Sombra.
in ranked or professional?
I don't care, just who's the worst.
In professional, I'd probably say Widow, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
the obvious
actually,
answer
quite
used to be
worth
Sim.
If you put the best Widowmaker against the best Sombra, the best Widowmaker's gonna win.
I wouldn't say that.
I've been fucked up by some good Sombras.
It's-
They're not common, but it does happen.
Like, if you've ever seen, do you know the person Cody?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Cody? Yeah, he's a great Sombra. I've learned
The-
a lot from Sombra
the
just
cool-
watching him.
The cool thing about Blizzard is they do a really good job about balancing all their heroes. There's not really a bad hero right now.
Yeah.
Now there are heroes where your playstyle's not going to work with. For instance, I cannot play Junkrat. I can't do it. I'm garbage with him. But then if you can't aim, fucking pick Winston and just left click.
Oh, I
Or pick-
love doing that.
Or just pick Farah and shoot rockets.
Played the beta. That's all I did.
Because so there's a little awkward thing with like balancing and skill caps. Because you take a character like Junkrat where you think they're like in the mainly like a lower skill level, but then there's people like Crow which are Grandmaster with as a Junkrat main. So it's all up to skill, honestly.
Well, that's the thing with every game, right?
Yeah.
So you take a game like I'm gonna try to think of one that any listener can possibly relate to. Also, we have a question in chat that I'd like to get to in a second. So we'll just say Marvel vs. Capcom. I think everybody knows that game. I
Mhm.
think everybody knows there's a good top 10 tier characters that are almost exclusively played. And then all of a sudden, you have someone winning the world championship with characters that have never, ever been there. So the Incredible Hulk won the Evo Championship 2015, and Hulk is very low tier.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah, no, and then there's like there's a Japanese player named Mami Spider who made Spider-Man, and because you can and you can do this with Overwatch really, if you focus your team around a specific character, you can pull off some dumb tricks.
Mhm.
So this guy specifically built his team around Spider-Man. Spider-Man may be one of the worst characters in the game. He's bottom 5 for sure. But this guy made it to top 32 because he had tricks with Spider-Man. So, although all the characters are basically balanced right now, there are professional teams who usually use the same characters.
That is some hot web slinging action, if I do say so myself.
So I have a question. It's probably a troll question, but it'd be fun to get to. And it's why does Paladins copy off of Overwatch?
I heard Paladins was in development first or something, or it was released first.
Oh no, Overwatch has been in development for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a chance.
Yeah.
Paladins is definitely an Overwatch ripoff, which is not a bad thing because Paladins is free, so people who can't afford Overwatch can play Paladins.
I mean,
And
I played it. It's not bad. I
I
already got into Overwatch, so I didn't bother getting into it.
I hate Paladins. That game is garbage.
So I played it for like a week probably, and like I thought it was interesting, but there's not as much depth as Overwatch has.
They
Where,
named a
like-
hero after me, so that was cool.
I made a Hanzo joke once.
So
I make Hanzo jokes every day. Hanzo is a joke.
You're right.
this Hanzo is such an interesting character.
Interesting or rage-inducing, because nothing makes me hate life more than a Hanzo.
Oh
But
my God, you're
but-
raging.
But every character is rage inducing, right?
Well, Jeff Kaplan fuels on our negative experiences.
Jeff
Yeah.
Kaplan's the best character in Overwatch, honestly.
He's got the butt for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those butt lasers.
Oh.
Wrestle with
So-
Jeff, prepare for death.
There it is. So, let's see. Where are we at? So I'm curious because, and let me see if I can pull up the link fast enough. They actually just linked who the new hero is going to be,
Mm,
Oh.
or it was heavily
not
leaked.
really.
It was heavily leaked.
It's not.
I'm
Not
just
really.
all I'm saying is it's a possibility.
There
It's
is a
Mewtwo.
possibility.
Terry
And it,
Crews.
and no,
Oh,
and it's from Blizzard Official.
Yes.
It's Mewtwo.
I want to
Some
throw
Mewtwo.
Old Spice at people.
So I have two questions, or one just being the statement. Allegedly, the new hero that we're getting is going to be another robot healer. I'm curious if that were to happen, what your thoughts on that is, and how could that be different from Zenyatta?
I wanted another
So-
Omnic because we have two. I don't know if
Two.
Bastion's technically an Omnic or
He is an
not.
Omnic.
Is he? All right.
Yeah.
So that's two Omnics in a game about diversity, which I guess I get. They threw in every race, but I don't know. I feel like it needed more Omnics, so I'm not complaining that we have more Omnics at all. I think that's cool. But
I wanted Doom.
another healer though is kind of not what I was hoping for. I was hoping more maybe tank would be cool. I would say offense, but we already had an offense hero, and we already had a healing hero. So
Well,
defense maybe or tank
Well,
would have been better.
Ana was the healer and Sombra was support, right?
Sombra's offense.
Someone's
Is
offense.
Sombra really offense?
Yes.
Yep.
She is utility though.
She needs to be.
So-
She needs to be support.
So the thing about the new character, which I would assume is the 11-year-old you're talking, Chris.
Yeah, and I was gonna get into who you think the actual new character could be if that's not it, but yes.
So the thing I think about it is that she is going to be a summoner, right? Type person. But I feel like she's gonna be more like Symmetra, where she's utility, like not support, but like she buffs / helps a lot. I don't think she might not be a healer, so to say, like Symmetra though.
Oh, cool. So like just buff the fuck out of you and maybe have some health. That'd be cool.
Basically.
I think that would be really cool. I could enjoy that. And then the following up to that, who do you think the newer hero would be? Are we talking Doomfist or are we thinking someone new?
Like the 24th? The 24th hero? Like the one that's gonna come out next?
I assume
Do you mean after?
after the robot or the
Oh,
Omnic.
that's a good question. Like, it's always tough because heroes come out like in like gigantic gaps, whereas Ana came out in like June and Summer came out in November. So it's kind of hard to tell what's gonna happen between now and then. But I would have to guess it's probably Doomfist because that's what we got for lead right now.
I think I'm sorry, Sky. I think Doomfist as well. I think he will be. It's hard for me to wonder. I think he'll be DPS actually, because of the gauntlet. Like I think he's gonna be like a very heavy melee character. So like if I'm not mistaken, we don't have a character that can just come up and punch the shit out of you.
He better be voiced by Terry Crews.
I hope so.
So I feel like Doomfist, if the new like robotic character is gonna be say defense or support, I feel like Doomfist would probably be tanky, probably at least like 400 to 500 HP. But like, I'm trying to.
But
Like,
what if you what if he was DPS and like he didn't have to run up to punch you? He could shoot the gauntlet from his hand and do fucking 100 damage, and it returns back to him. You know?
I can see that. Because like, actually, kind of going back to Paladins a little bit. Did you ever? What's his name? I don't know his name, but he's like a lizard guy that floats. He's basically fire, but a lizard. Because
I played Paladins twice.
because his ultimate is that he rams into you and basically explodes on you, which guarantees a one shot. Which is basically what I could feel like Doomfist doing for like his ultimate. Is like he kind of shoots out like a fist, like you said, and just kind of one shots you. Sort of like Riptire, but not really.
Yeah, but like a projectile Riptire
Yeah.
where you don't have to. So So that can be seen. Sky, do you know what time we're at?
35.
Okay, so we'll get ready to wrap this up. Normally they're 40-ish.
Oh no, wait. 30.
That's still fine. I mean, that's still a good episode, especially one mainly focused on Overwatch. Any particular thoughts on the game at the moment?
Well, I had something to say, and then it was gone.
What?
So there you
forget
go.
about it, or-
I will say, and I will rant this until the end of my life. If Kaplan doesn't fucking put arena stats in, I will email fucking Blizzard every day and eat their faces.
Their
I
ass.
hate to point it out, but you're the only one who plays 1v1s.
I mean, I play from that time, but so I want to still talk about a little bit of competitive because like I'm really hyped just for like the new buffs to like say Bastion and even Mercy because she got a buff as well
Mm-hmm.
with the invincibility. But I'm really hyped to see like how the pro meta is gonna like change and like shift.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, for anyone listening that does play Overwatch, Alex. I mean, I was watching like tournaments. I would highly recommend starting to Twitch stream professionals. You will learn a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does Attack Mercy exist?
Yes, actually.
I
God.
get killed by
If you-
them every day.
If you've ever seen the
Good.
person named EVA,
Never heard of
EEVEA,
them.
he is a Mercy main that only plays Mercy on both accounts that he has, and I mean he does what Mercy does, but he's very offensive, whereas normal Mercies are very very docile.
So that's the equivalent of the Incredible Hulk winning Evo.
Good.
That is insanely rare.
Yeah.
I don't have much else to say. Mitchell, you didn't get to say a lot, so if you have anything to plug, anything to talk about, video game wise, anything more about the Switch, man, the floor is yours.
I mean, I can't wait for Snipper Clips.
Looks good. It's a good looking game.
I've never like
Um,
seen anything of like the Switch really, except for Breath of the Wild. That looks really interesting.
Better look up Snipper Clips.
Does Breath of the Wild run at 60 frames in the dock?
Yes.
Awesome.
It runs
That
60
means-
frames. It's
It
supposed to run in 60 frames no matter what you're doing, including the Wii U
Yeah.
version. But it stutters every once in a while.
I want to throw items while hang gliding.
Not crazy, but it's not rock solid.
Party
But on
practice.
the Switch, it would be less
Oh, yeah.
likely.
Oh yeah, the Wii U
Yeah,
version.
definitely.
I'm terrified for the Wii U version. I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's gonna end up running like shit, and I really hope that isn't the case. But I'm kind of leaning towards it probably is the case.
So I guess closing it out, I will segue that for my own plug. I did answer recently about the Nintendo Switch and the 60 frames and what I thought about it, and you'll be able to see that on a YouTube channel called Ask Oni Chris. It doesn't have a URL yet, so if you're not already subscribed, please just YouTube Ask Oni Chris, and then you can email me questions or of any kind, and they're edited very, very excellently. They're a good time. Any other plugs or anything else?
I don't
Keep an
believe
eye
so.
out. For those who don't know, we
My
got
mind
a
is
new
drawing a
show
blank for
popping out
everything.
soon.
Watch out for Team Royal for Overwatch. Ooh.
Oh
yeah,
my
Alex is
Sky,
on
what's
team now.
that?
Oh my god, I don't know. Nobody knows yet though. This is secret. Shh.
Maybe I'm more interesting in that.
Maybe Mitchell's in it. Maybe Andy's in it. Maybe Carson's in it. I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
not-
Alex is in it. I forgot he
I'm
was in
not-
it.
Shut up.
Maybe I fall asleep multiple times.
Meme.
And then, as always, thank you for tuning into Bonus Game. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. You're always welcome to ask us questions. In fact, I'm going to check the Discord one last time for any questions. Nope, just talking about paladins being for poor people. So yeah, man, thanks for joining in. Sub if you can, leave a like, whatever you want to do. If anybody else has anything else to say, if not, just shut it down, man.